now that I'm being careful, I'm not saying anything.
Oh, we need the pre-show here. There we go.
There we go.
Are we?
Hello, Linda.
What do you suppose? Are
Hello,
we?
Bob. Hello, Leslie.
Oh, and Bob and Bill von Ravensburg.
Yes. Oh, hi, Bill.
You know how
We're
many?
here for you.
Yeah. Remember, we have the ability to individually ignore our viewers.
And if you feel ignored, call our customer service line.
Yeah.
We don't have one. Call our non-existent customer service line.
All right, here we go. This is it. Tighten up,
Oh, no.
Harry. We're going in.
Tighten up or lighten up?
Lighten up, one or the other. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Good morning,
You
Harry.
didn't tell me we were. Why didn't you tell me we were on the air?
Happy Sunday.
Hey, thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
I'm glad we searched around and found a more convenient time to do this, because here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. This must be the most convenient time after everything is said and done.
Yeah, it must be. We've settled into this.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
It's just.
I want to say that we're very happy to have you watching. And if you have a moment, let's get this whining out of the way.
I kind of like the whining part of the show.
Well, we're getting pretty good at it.
Yeah.
That out of the way. And, you know, we've got this live chat thing going. Why don't you write a comment or, you know, ask a question?
They could also give an answer.
Yeah, we would. If we ignore you, it means we don't know what you're talking about.
No, 42 is good if anybody wants to offer that.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, so.
I forget what question that's the answer to, but it was in a book. And I can't remember what book it was. No, it was, I think, The Diner at the End of the Universe. Did you ever read that?
No.
Oh, that was a hilarious book in its day.
Put that on your checklist.
Probably still hilarious. It was a search to find the answer to everything, and I think the answer was 42.
Well, there you go. Is that like the joke with you only know the punchlines by number?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before too much ado, you know, people seem to hate ado because every channel that you look at on YouTube, without any further ado, people just don't like ado, and we've already given them plenty ado.
Yeah. So
we went to Studio City once again. I didn't realize Studio City was so big, but here we are. We started on Colfax this time, or ended on Colfax.
And there we the magic circle.
I remember starting at the
pink Corvette,
the hand car wash. Yeah, the pink Corvette, which I somehow thought was a pink Cadillac on the Loose video, which you should watch.
You're thinking of beverages again.
Probably. Oh yeah. By the way, watch the On the Loose videos. Consider that your homework for the live streams.
Hey, look! Woo! What's that?
That's your picture.
Oh my!
What was I thinking? I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. A little compartmentalized. Linda has loved the what?
Of the Corvette.
Oh yeah, that was a cool thing.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how they got it up there. There was no ramp. How did they drive it up there?
I don't know. It's magic. Oh, we haven't even seen the Corvette yet, so we'll save that for a little later. Yeah, you know, this is for you. This is very structured.
It's extremely structured. You know what I think I'm influenced by?
What's that?
The Soviet architecture from Central Asia, because you could tell immediately which buildings were holdovers from the Soviet era, because they were so beyond symmetry. They were just straight lines, everything on the square, everything on the level. Very rigid, minded architecture.
Right.
But this almost seems a little too rigid, except at the the upper two sections have nothing to do with the lower two, and
Yeah.
except visually, and I like the irrelevance of the upper two sections.
Yeah.
Although the woman in the lower right looks like she has some attitude. So
Yeah. What are you looking at?
yeah, right. Move on. Nothing to see here.
Well, I hate to start
Oh,
off with this one because I think this is probably my best picture. I was hoping for more. I had a couple of these where the background, when I looked at it, oh, hey, look at that. And then I wish I could have brought that feeling to my photo, but this comes close. You can see, I don't know if you're,
yeah.
uh, one of the lessons you taught me is, look at the whole frame. There is that little dwelling at the top of the stairs way back in the background. I think that's what appealed to me.
Yeah.
Stairs.
I also like the over on the right hand side. It looks like a really completely different world.
Oh,
Even though
actually
I
it
can
does.
see that that plant is part of the planter in the foreground, it looks
Yeah.
like there's a different world with that unearthly plant in the background.
Well, we saw that a couple of times. I don't know how this happened on Ventura Boulevard like that. For those of you that are unfamiliar, Ventura Boulevard is right on the edge of some hills,
Yeah.
and it goes up, obviously, because that's part of the beginning of the hill in the background. And you'll see more of that later, but um, they really use that elevation thing a lot of times,
Hmm.
and with the buildings and the
Yeah. Smart architects who take
yeah,
the configuration of the land into account when they
yeah,
design their building.
use the available land.
Yeah.
Well, this is the pizza oven at
Yeah. Vivian's.
Vivian's. Yeah, Weirdo's Pizza.
And
We talked.
I thought this was a pretty literal picture, except that the pizza oven almost looks like a gateway to some ominous place.
Gateway to hell.
Yes, I didn't want to say it in mixed company, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
so the picture becomes metaphorical.
Yeah.
And then, just a quick plug for Vivian's.
Yeah.
The cappuccinos are awful, but they have.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, that
thanks for
was
that.
unplugged. Vivian's unplugged. They have special pizza. A guy who comes from, I forget what George said, some special place, and he lives here now, and he knows how to make the best pizza in the world, according to George.
Yeah, it's actually
So
Weirdo's Pizza, which is attached to the back of Vivian's. And we've talked to people on the street who have asked us if we've tried the Weirdo's Pizza. Weirdo, Dough.
oh yeah,
Yeah, but this is, the more you look at the complacency of the coffee shop with the gateway to hell back there.
right, yeah. Yeah, in the Renaissance, there were plays that had a religious plays that had a prop called Hellmouth, and at some point in the play, the devil would come
Oh,
popping out of Hellmouth and run around with firecrackers going off, just like frighten all the children.
that sounds like a good show.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. That was in a former life, but I did love it.
Yeah.
Made me what I am today.
The journey continues.
Yeah,
This
I like this.
Yeah,
I figured it's the man next to the place.
yeah. This is the right outside Vivian's.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you forgot the good part of Vivian's is that you said the omelet was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 The omelets. Every one of their omelets is really, really good.
And the onion bagels are great. I can vouch for that.
They're really, really good. So.
Well, I thought I was going to have to make apologies for this after I took the picture, but turns out I still like it. And I think it's
Yeah.
those two, what would you call those in architecture? The two things up there, the
Gables.
window.
Like Clark.
Yeah.
They're Clark's gables.
The two Clarks up there.
Sorry. I couldn't desist.
Yeah, I like that. I like that structure, the architecture.
Yeah, there's something metaphorical too about just about the name breath work.
Yeah.
try and figure out how that plays into the structures and then the parking restrictions on the left.
Yeah. You know, at
And
first
this is a
glance,
picture filled with. Sorry.
I was going to say, at first glance, I didn't even notice the second window up there. It just looked like everything was kind of askew with the window facing toward you.
Yeah. There are actually 3 gables
Oh, yeah.
because there's one farther back.
This is one of our next studio candidates.
Yeah, right. We better raise a lot of money with all this photography because we've found about 10 studios. It's going to be hard to make the monthly payments on all of them. Okay, well, this is what I just like. I guess I like fragmenting signs. It makes sense when you step back and look at them as wholes, but when you just take parts of them, they look like what?
Well, when you do pick it apart, you have a guy playing timpani, and apparently he's mad at something.
He broke the head. Look at.
Oh, he did. No wonder. Doggone Remo.
I relate to that. That's how I play drums.
We're celebrating something. There's music notes. There's a carrot. Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
I guess the guy playing drums is doing the celebrating.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look too happy about it. And whoa! Now this is existential.
Yeah, there's another doorway to hell.
Very, very imminent. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, this came out.
And if you say I have no idea what you mean, that's okay too.
Yep. I just curb appeal to me. I just like the door and like doors anyway. Doors and windows for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Escapes.
Yeah, maybe.
Or entrances. Yeah. I'm saying, who knows where that door goes?
Yeah.
That's like the pizza oven.
Exactly. It could be the doorway to the pizza oven.
Right. You didn't know there were 2 levels. Oh yeah.
This is right.
I like Linda's comment. It applies to this too. Price of gas. Scary.
Yeah. That's scary. All right.
I just took this because I liked all the colorful junk in it.
All the junk.
And that horseshoe-like thing. I know that's to protect the pump, so somebody doesn't either back into it or run into it. But when you just look at it, it's like, what's that doing there? An upside down magnet. It's a magnet.
Yeah. It
pulling,
sort of looks
pulling
like
China toward Southern California.
It sort of looks like a future candidate for a Snappit Brothers sticker.
Oh, yeah. Before we're through, I think you need to demonstrate the best use of the sticker.
Yeah, we have stickers available.
Right?
Yeah, we have stickers available. Snappitbrothers.com.
Yeah, merch.
Okay, this one I did not a mistake. What would you call it? A serendipitous. I normally would center that. I centered us instead of the window, but now I like it. Yeah. I think you're rubbing off on me.
Uh-oh.
And let me rephrase.
Don't file a complaint, okay? I hear a knocking at the door. Is that a police officer?
Yeah, and I didn't plan
that's a nice picture.
I didn't plan the break between us, but that's almost symmetrical.
Yeah.
And some of these look like duds. I take it because there's some sort of appeal. You look in the camera and you go, oh, I don't know. And then you get it home, and by the time you're done editing and looking at it for just a little bit longer, you start to find things that you like, even if in this case it's pretty subtle. But that's kind of the fun part of this. We walk along, we're basically shooting at eye candy. Very rarely do you see somebody go, oh, and you take more than 30 seconds to frame your shot. A lot of it's just reactive, and then when you get them home, you go, hey, not bad. My friend Mark My friend Mark Holtzman he's an aerial photographer, but he does a lot of photography, to and from the site that he's working, and he just takes pictures, and for him, he calls it jazz photography. You just sort of do it impromptu style, and then see what you get. And he does great work.
Yeah, I think there's either a book or I saw, it must be in a book, a picture of Gary Winogrand proof sheet. And there must have been, I mean, I'll just say 50 images. So I think, his modus operandi was shoot, move, shoot, and look at the proof sheet and see what he got, and then find the one that in the later he could look at and say, well, this is really kind of interesting and provocative.
Yeah.
And then let the others go.
Particularly for his style of shooting, which is street photography. You're going to shoot a lot of that. But it reminds me, I have a book of Magnum photographers. The Magnum group is the top level of the world's photographers. I have a book of Magnum photographers' proof sheets, and it backs up exactly what you said. You look at these iconic pictures, like the one of Pablo Picasso, for example.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen it a million times. I wish I had an example to show you. You've seen it, and then you look at the proof sheet, and they're pictures. This is not bad. This is not bad. But when you see the one that they chose, you realize that it's the right one. It's not just, hey, I like this one. This was the best picture out of that whole sheet.
Yeah. I mean, do you know whether it was the photographer who chose the picture or the Magnum editor?
I don't know.
That would be
but it was edited. There was crop. They used to use grease pencils on the proof sheets. There was crop marks on it, so somebody edited it and did it. I was. A lot of times things like that are validating. It's kind of cool to see what other people are doing and see some common thread between what you're trying to do or what you're thinking of, but maybe you question your motives, like the shoot a million and hope for one. And then you see the people that you really admire. You see them doing that too. It's nice. Gives you a little bit of a pat on the back that you.
So what? Yeah, my question is, what's the difference between the professionals who, let's say, shoot 150 and get one, and us who shoot 150 and get one?
Well, there's something to be said for that, and part of that is access. The pros. They have access to the great people and so you've got that instant link there, or great places or events that most of us will never have, which is half the battle. F8 and be there. Well, I got F8. I need to be there. I need that part.
You need somebody to give me entree.
Yeah. And they get that, but you got to work your way. It's part of the process, I guess.
Yeah.
Boy, this was the car. Now they got that. How many people drive by that? There's this. What do you suppose it is? A late 50s, early 60s Corvette? I don't think we got a picture of it.
Oh, you're right. No, because I didn't take one.
No, it's on the.
I thought the hand was more interesting than the car.
Yeah. Anyway, there's this classic Corvette on a stick, just like this picture shows. I don't think it could be salvaged now. But how many people drive by that and go, "Oh man, what a waste"?
Well, how many people drive by and have an accident because they forget to? There should be an insurance company right next to that.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you, Linda. That's a knockout mural.
Yeah.
And it's really right behind the real thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a real life. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. You can see it in the background there.
Yeah, it's like a real life something or other, where you can see the difference between the reality and somebody's muralized interpretation of it.
Right up to the canopies, which you might think are temporary, but they're still there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
there you go with the iconic
yeah.
drink cup.
Right. I think as we were looking at this, we said, "Oh, look, this picture has everything,
It's got everything. It does.
especially the drink cup." I
And
thought about
geraniums.
moving that.
And
Yeah,
geraniums.
yeah. I was going to walk over and take the drink cup out of the picture, and then I
Oh
thought,
no.
no,
Oh no. No,
that's
no.
part of life in Southern California.
Yeah.
Geraniums and where's that from? 7-Eleven or
Yeah, it
something?
looks like a 7-Eleven. My friend Les Benedict pointed out one time I was taking a picture and I couldn't decide between the one with the bicycle or the one without the bicycle. And he
Uh,
said, "Oh, you definitely want the one with the bicycle. That gives it a timestamp. That gives it
uh,
a place in time." And I sort of like that.
yeah. This is up close to that hand, the hand that holds the car.
Yeah.
And it just, I thought as an abstract, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah. All the curves and shapes in that one straight line going through the middle.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
I told you you were having an effect on me. This is definitely a Harry Smallenberg photo. It's got the graffiti in the left of the window. It's got the reflections. It's got everything. And it's one of my favorite pictures that I took.
And
And
that's
it's a
cool.
skew.
I like it.
Yeah, no symmetry there.
I can't remember. Did you say you do like symmetry or you don't like symmetry?
Well, I keep saying I prefer not to do symmetry, and then I end up taking all these symmetrical pictures.
Yeah.
So this one I like because it's not symmetrical except for the window.
Well, even that's a little off
A little
because
tweaked. Yeah.
you're pointing. Looks like you're pointing the camera up somewhat,
Mm-hmm.
slightly up because the diagonals are leaning in.
I don't think that picture would be as good as it is. Sounds a little presumptuous, but it wouldn't. It would suffer if it was completely symmetrical.
Oh yeah.
It would suffer more.
I like it when Linda goes, "Wow," and then we change the picture, and I think, "Oh wow, look,
She really likes
she's
this.
yeah, right." Oh, there went wow.
This is the one. Again, you got to check out the On the Loose videos. But Harry went into this long thing about, I don't know why I took these pictures, but when your teacher tells you to not to take a picture of this and you take a picture, something about it, it was
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. When your teacher says no and you say, obviously that's the one I should
Aha.
take. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does have spikes at least.
That's one of my new criteria for a good picture, spikes.
Oh, look, my elbow.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's another Smallenberg
That's
influence.
you're elbowing your way into that picture.
Yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah.
That comment actually went out over the air
All over the air.
to my eternal embarrassment. Oh, look. Symmetry, nature, spikes.
See, but that one works. I don't know what to say now. I like symmetry. I don't like symmetry. I like symmetry.
I mean, it's okay to say sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
I guess so.
Sometimes I pretend. Oh yeah, the explanations.
Somebody's got to explain.
Sometimes I pretend I don't, and then I take a symmetrical picture.
Yeah, exactly. As I'm apologizing for taking symmetrical pictures, but this one begs it. I mean, this
looks like, I'm looking at it now. This looks like it's all on one plane. But the trees in the upper part are what about I'd say 25 or 30 feet behind the wall.
Yep,
in
and
the
it looks
lower
like
part.
yep, that's right.
It's weird. It looked like the trees in the upper part are somehow continuations, but not continuations of trees, of the non-trees. I think those are just maybe stone sculptures.
Those are stumps. I think there's. I thought.
Oh, you think they're real stumps, or?
Well,
And the wall was built around them, I guess.
Yeah, you can look at the cracks around the stumps.
Yeah.
Which makes them look sort of like they're coming out of the wall.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy. I like that picture. That was a neat site. Here again is that thing about Ventura Boulevard where they have the street level, and then it
Yeah.
continues immediately behind whatever the lot is on the street level.
I think what the architect did is said, I'd like to build a building like this. Let's grade it so there's a mountain behind.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all those hills wouldn't even be there.
Yeah. Okay, this is the one. I forgot
Okay,
we took a picture.
this begs the question: what is a hair station?
Apparently, hairstylists rent stations.
Oh,
But the part of this that I didn't get is Studio Nye. I mean, it
yeah,
probably is Studio Nye, but it sure look a nail salon to me.
yeah, yeah. Oh, we remarked on this.
Yeah.
This is a picture of something that I photographed maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And between the time I first photographed it and this round, somebody has come along and added a few details.
Yeah. Enhanced
especially the nipples on the breasts.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It looks like this is a work in progress, and I'm documenting the evolution of a graffiti.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be. Did we not see this guy? I mean, to me that looks like a very individualistic style. But did we not see him in Hollywood, or was it Ventura Boulevard?
Well, on this same wall, there were 2 or 3 different drawings.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
to the left of this, something has been washed away.
Now, one thing I expected a comment for on the loose video was the shadow.
Oh,
Don't say
that's
it.
interesting. Yeah. All I can say is I did not notice that there was anything evocative about it.
Oh.
But I see it now. It looks like a tube of toothpaste.
Exactly. Don't say toothpaste.
The T word.
Yeah. There we go.
Here's I don't know if this is a symmetry photograph or not.
It looks like it to me.
Yeah. I hate symmetry.
Oh, look, another
Except for
symmetrical
this
picture.
Yeah.
Except this one. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. Okay, here's the tie-in to the hand car wash with the Corvette. Here's a whole lot full of. Are they all Corvettes? They look like they're all Corvettes.
Yeah, you know what? The guys at that hand car wash are probably eyeballing this lot.
Yeah.
Thinking when we get tired of that pink one, we've got a whole lot full of others.
Look at that yellow one over there. Okay, you'll have to explain this to me.
Okay. Silence. No, you know what caught my eye was the row of flags, and then the the lettering below them, the lettering behind them, the little bit of a sign up to the left.
Yeah.
I kind of grabbed this. I was about to turn to look at something you were mentioning, and then I just really noticed this at a glance and grabbed it.
Yeah, looks
And
good.
I suppose that's a very non-content related explanation, but you could make something about or make up something about American capitalism and sales and constant advertising everywhere you look, which is what going back to that theme of what people actually read. You're always being bombarded by signs that encourage you, buy this, be aware of this.
Yeah.
Mostly it's buy this signs.
Yeah, this has a certain element of your style in the chaos. I mean, look at all the stuff going on here.
Yeah, right. Maybe I commented once before, less is not more. More is never enough.
More.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
You can't have enough of more, in my humble opinion.
There's never enough more, particularly in advertising.
I sense a T-shirt. Oh, this is cool.
This is the one again on the loose video. You mentioned I don't know what he sees in that, but to me, this was a oh, look at that moment,
Yeah.
and it wasn't
Well,
particularly
now
the
I
palm
see it.
tree.
Yeah, I see that palm tree. It looks like it's growing right out of the roof.
Yeah.
No, now I see what you saw,
Yeah.
which I think is pretty cool because that means you have offered me a revelation about that scene
Yeah.
that I didn't have for myself. I
Uh,
thought you were interested in the picnic table and the umbrella.
well, I got to say one more time that part of the fun of taking pictures with you is that we see two different things. We're looking at
Yeah,
two different worlds, and
yeah.
I love sharing these, particularly together. I mean, we probably would never get a chance to discuss our pictures if it wasn't for these Sunday morning thing. But I love hearing you explain what you saw in your pictures, and I feel like you've really enhanced my photography journey.
Oh my,
Yeah, no,
thank
I
you.
mean it. I mean it. You've trained my eye to go in a different direction.
I borrowed your books and not returned them.
Oh my God, Robert,
Oops,
Robert,
I shouldn't have mentioned it. Oh, who's that?
that's Bob.
Robert. Hey, hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Woo.
Nice to see you jump in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, this is the one I love. This is my favorite picture of all time. I never took as good a picture as this ever.
made you look.
And you could barely see it, but there's an airplane.
Oh yeah, off
The
to the right.
airplane was so small. Yeah, when I was looking through the viewfinder, I wasn't sure if it was even in the picture, but it's about perfectly placed in the middle of that
To
blue
fly right
space.
into her mouth. She's gonna catch the plane. You know,
I'm showing this to my therapist.
that you commented on the loose video that if they want you to look and you look, you feel like you've been had, sort of. But this is
Yeah,
a great picture. It happens to be probably
yeah.
a great advertising, except what are they advertising?
I was just going to say, I have no idea what I'm supposed to buy.
Something. Go buy
I
something.
maybe she's saying, buy everything.
Yeah, Linda wants to
Buy
know why.
everything. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's a
I
great
think
picture. You can't help but stare at that for a second.
yeah.
This is another example of
Oh, this is interesting.
look, and then you see the
Yeah.
picture and you go, okay.
What was I looking at?
I like the
Well,
lines.
there's some, yeah, there's some pictures, I think, like this one where it has a puzzling appeal.
Okay,
He was like, okay,
maybe that is it.
was, yeah, why was this picture taken? There's a combination of elements. There's certainly an interesting scattered kind of composition, but this to me looks like a lot of Gary Winograd's pictures.
I
Like,
will say I wouldn't have taken this picture if I didn't spot the chains. I like that the chains sort of
uh-huh,
frame the center of the picture. So that was a
yeah,
lot of it. And it's probably just
yeah,
the disarray of all the lines and the framing and all the elements that are
yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
the
parts
shadow in
sticking
the
up.
bottom right and the other shadow just above that look like they're related,
Yeah.
and the shadow to the left. And the two cars look like they're heading for each other, except one's parked.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
that never prevented an accident in my humble experience, just
That both
because
of
your
them are
car is
parked. Yeah.
parked.
Yeah. Particularly on Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah.
This is the disappointing picture of the day because
Oh,
again
really?
the depth you can't I don't know why I again going up the hill to the three layers of things and
Yeah.
it had everything and then
Well, I don't know. I kind of like the jumble of uh, uh, rectangular shapes, box shapes of the buildings behind that car
uh-huh,
driving right out of from the background.
emerging.
Yeah.
I think the part that I'm disappointed is, to me, at first glance, it looks like a picture of a car, and you really don't get away from that.
Hmm.
That should have been the
Well,
picture of the.
I agree. It helps to keep looking at the picture and say, "Oh, wait, there's a background there,"
Yeah, I tried
and
cropping
the
it.
background. Uh-huh.
I tried cropping it to minimize the car, but didn't work. So I just,
Yeah.
maybe later. Probably not. Oh my
Never
gosh.
throw a picture away.
We got photobombed
Oh yeah.
by a photobomb truck. How cool.
Yeah. I think this was a quick reflex picture on your part.
Oh, yeah, it was look at that, bang.
Yeah, right. Say it
Photobomb
had curb
production.
appeal, except it's not anywhere near the curb.
Oh, yeah, wish I could have been. Photoshop has this new remove object tool, and I tried to get rid of the signpost and maybe the parking meter, but wasn't worth it. This was a
Nah.
spontaneous attempt. Oh, oh my
Whoa.
gosh!
Wow.
Well, that was quick. A quick 35 minutes.
Yeah. What were we? Just before we went on, we should mention this probably. We thought, well, we didn't get much out of this trip, but there were a lot of interesting pictures there.
I have to say, there's been several times that you go, cheapers. I didn't get anything, and maybe we should do something, go somewhere else, or do something. But
Yeah.
in the final analysis, good enough. Good enough is good enough.
In, yeah, it reminds me of something completely unrelated, but except in my head. Bill Holman has that chart of moon over, whatever the high moon over blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Hawaiian name. But to me, one of the things that is most challenging, whatever, oh, thank you, Linda.
Thank you,
No
Linda.
matter, yeah, whatever kind of art you're doing, is to take something that looks like it has no possibilities and get to work on it. Like this part of Ventura Boulevard, you might look at it and say, well, that's not very rich
Yeah.
in possibilities, visual possibilities. And then we come up with things that start to look pretty interesting. Bill Holman will take that really simple, cliched, banal melody, and suddenly you've got a compelling chart
Yeah.
because he went to work on it.
No.
Simple and simple and lacking in
Unpretentious.
potential as it might have seemed.
Yeah.
But one thing the artist does is start to put a stamp on it of some
Yeah.
kind. Find what its potential is.
Bring out. It's
Yeah.
actually bringing out your personal. I don't know what's the next word. Interpretation, your personal touch,
Yeah.
your personal
Yeah.
view,
Yeah.
personal
Your
expression.
inventiveness. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's the fun part of art and being creative, and the freedom and the freedom and the constraints both.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say one more time.
Just a
that I
minute. Let
really
me go see if
enjoyed
I can
this.
find that Bill Holman CD and we'll play it.
Okay, well, background music, and then you can pay the publishing on that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, well, we're still a new channel. We're up to 30 subscribers. We're very happy about that, and we seem to be growing. The views and everything is growing. But you know what we need? We need your subscription if you're not subscribed.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're making a lot of money on merchandise,
Aren't we?
mostly
Though?
because we're buying it. Woo!
I want to say these coffee cups are really cool. Look at this. It's the full size so that you can get a whole large Keurig hit in there.
Yeah. Let me offer a personal testimonial. The mocha I had this morning in my Snappit Brothers cup never tasted as I forget how to do this.
How's it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
Good
go.
morning,
Clink,
Kurt.
clink. Morning,
Clank,
Harry. Oh,
clank. Never tasted as good as any mocha I ever had anywhere else. So
God.
it's the cup that does it, folks.
It's got to be the cup.
Yeah,
It
if
adds.
you don't have
It
this
adds
cup,
so much. The
yeah,
subtlety of the
your coffee will be
Snappit
flat.
Brothers
Yeah,
coffee cup.
yeah, it'll be stale if you don't have one of these cups.
Exactly. Now, I want to throw in one more thing. We do have a website if you ever become confused on how to find us on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. Snappitbrothers.com, where we have the links to the merch. We have books. Well, we have book. But you can buy a printed copy or you can have a download copy for free. I mean, how cool is that? More
Let
coming.
me add also, we have by now accumulated enough videos that we qualify for binge watching.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. I do. Oh, maybe that's where all those views come from.
Yeah. I just take the word watching away
Yeah,
and I binge.
our first 1,000 views are probably me.
No, I think I'm a couple too.
I got to grow the station somehow.
Yeah, really.
All right. Well, Harry, Dagnabbit, this has been fun. I really enjoy this. I don't care if anybody watches.
Well, I do, because how am I going to say hi to Bob from Tuesday to Tuesday?
Yeah, you
if he's
can't
not
wait a
here.
whole week.
Yeah, really. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Leslie? Can we assume
Hi,
Leslie?
Leslie. See, Bob, this means you have to get Leslie in there so she hears us address her on international TV. She too can become a global figure.
It's the internet.
Like us.
Like us. Oh, we should mention, I'm going to throw this in. On one of our coffee crawls a week ago, somebody recognized Harry from the video. He kept saying, yeah, I know you from somewhere. And then we finally narrowed it down that he was a photographer and he watches the Snappit Brothers.
Yeah. Wasn't that amazing?
First celebrity
You sure it
sighting.
wasn't you he recognized?
No, it was you. It was you.
Really?
I know.
Wow.
I know it to be true. All right. Well, we should probably wrap this up. It's been too much fun. I can't stand it.
Be still.
We're going to go out on Wednesday. We're going to take more exciting pictures. So don't forget to watch the On the Loose videos and then watch the live stream, because then we can reference the On the Loose video more.
Yeah, by Sunday we'll have answers to all the things we were puzzled about.
We'll have even more answers. Yeah. All right, Harry. See you.
Have a great day. Have a great day, all you watchers. Bob and
bye.
Linda.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
And
Thanks
Bill,
for watching.
Yeah, don't forget Bill. Talk to you later.